Hey everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It is December 30th and this is my last Flosstube of the year. It's Flosstube number 21. I'm Brianna and I'm so glad that you're here to come hang out with me. This is a channel with a focus on cross stitch and crochet basically, and then anything else maker and creative that I want to make a video about. A lot of Cricut videos probably coming out, a lot of book related stuff coming out because that's really fun. So if you are here for Flossmas, this is Flossmas number 3 too, just because we had the Arctic blast come in and my husband was not off for work. He was out working. And so it was just me and the girls holding down the 5 acres and all our animals over Christmas with an Arctic blast. And, you know, there were just priorities that happened and Flossmas wasn't one of them. So all of our animals survived. I live in southeastern Oklahoma, and so we hit single digits. We had some snow, and we had enough cold for long enough to where, I mean, our pond isn't too deep, but it was deep enough to where we were able to go ice skate on it, and it was really fun. So I will include some of that footage at the end of the video, but it's really cool, and it was totally safe. Our pond isn't very deep and it was very, very thick, and we waited until it was very thick. So we did like the outside and then we're able to go onto the middle of the pond, which was great. It was super fun. It was on Christmas Eve. It was magical. It's one that we will definitely remember. I hope that all of you fared well during the Arctic blast, and you know, Buffalo is tragic. You know, that's awful. But, you know, recently we watched a documentary about a blizzard in Wyoming that I had never heard about, and situations where people got stuck on the road, and a lot of death, and just something that I have never heard about in American history. So if you are curious about that, I would Google a blizzard in Wyoming. It was like one of those things that we were watching a lot of like homestead videos on YouTube, and then this thing came up. And we just ended up watching it. So I don't even remember what it was called, but that's a tangent. Anyway, my daughter's in the bath. She's 5.5. She's fine. She's just playing. And my other daughter's sleeping, and I never let her sleep in like this. So there we go. We've been doing really good. I'm glad Christmas is over. I felt like Christmas just kept going. There's this cartoon. It's a Disney cartoon, and it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and they wish that Christmas never ends, and then they get their Christmas wish, and every day they wake up and it's Christmas. And at first it's really fun, and then, you know, then you're like, oh, okay, I'm ready for the new year. So we were very, very fortunate this December. We homeschool here, and we took about 3 weeks off in December before Christmas. So we went to Kansas City, had a wonderful time with family. It was my daughter's 10th birthday, had a lovely time celebrating her 10th birthday, had a lovely time celebrating. But we are already back on it because we took so much time at the beginning of December, throughout December, that like me mentally, I needed to put Christmas away. I needed to get us back on schedule. And we are going into the second semester. So I have like a new routine, which we weren't doing a routine. And I think that's really great for some homeschooling parents who can completely not have a routine. It was driving me absolutely bananas. My kids are right on track. Well, they're way more than on track. They're very advanced. And, but like for me, I needed the routine, because with my husband's work schedule, like it already has like a big shift in a routine all the time. So like I need to put in place consistency for me and my productivity, as well as having the girls not have to rely on me so much. Like I need to just put things, it's time. We're in our second semester of homeschooling for the first time. Like it's time. I know what I like to do. I know what I not like to do, and what I want to do going forward for the second half of the year. And I'm just excited to put those things in place. And now that we have for a week, like I already see positive results from it. And so I'm just like super excited. I want to share one more thing before I get into the stitching, which I know you're all here for. You know, I'm 5 minutes in. Bear with me. If you have followed me for a while, you know I have an Etsy shop, Brianna Lentz shop on Etsy. And I have made tons of different handmade things. I've made handmade project bags for crochet and knitting, project bags for cross stitch. I've crocheted animals. I've just done a lot of things. Knitted hats, all kinds of things over the years. But one thing that I'm doing now moving forward is I'm creating digital clip art, basically digital download files, digital cut files. And right now they're focused on cross stitch and craft related files to download for your Cricut, to download for whatever you want. Also book related, like I have some Colleen Hoover ones, which are really fun. So I have those, and I am going to continue to create and upload those to my Etsy shop. So if that's something that interests you, then go ahead and I'll have it linked down below. Like I have some really cool files that I'm creating, and I'm having a lovely time. And so that's where my Etsy shop is moving forward going into 2023, is a lot of digital like SVG, PNG, JPEG files, PDF files, those kinds of things. And so you can buy them off my Etsy shop and download them, and then you have instant access to them. And I'm having a blast with that. I'm seeing a good turnaround with that. And so that's where I would really like to take things. And so again, I'm going to be making more Cricut related things going into the year because I'm just enjoying the heck out of it. So now that we are 6.5 minutes in, if you participated in the Christmas Hare chart, I will be letting you know who won at the end of the video. And then I will also be sharing what I would like to share with somebody next. And it's going to be Mill Hill, and it's going to be fun. So if you would be interested in finding out how to participate in what I've got, what I would like to give to somebody moving forward, then wait to the end of the video. And without further ado, 7 minutes in, I never talk this much. Let's go into cross stitch. I actually have a surprisingly large amount of things to share with you, so I need to get a move on. I'm sorry if you can hear her in the bathtub. She loves it. It's like a nice warm bath. She's got all her toys. She's having a blast. So I finished quite a lot of things. I got a hare to buy and download the roundabouts from Stitching with the Housewives. So these are the ones that I did not stitch. I really wanted to get this one stitched, but I did not. But, so that is in the queue for 2023. But what I did stitch is, I stitched Mrs. Claus Bakery, and I stitched Mary Moo, which is adorable. And let me show you what I did. So this is stitched in all the called for DMC on 28 count coffee jobelin. It's an even weave. And I will be stitching however many more I can fit on here from that series. I really like it. I like how it turned out on the brown. And I think it's adorable. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. What I'm going to do to finish it is I'm going to be finishing it in one of these 4-inch embroidery hoops. I'm going to stain it in Early American, and then I'm going to finish it in that, and it'll fit perfectly in here. And I double checked and everything. You saw me on Flosstube. I was worried for a second that it wasn't going to fit, but it will. So that's how I'm going to finish those. I'm going to finish all the roundabouts like this in those 4-inch embroidery hoops, and they should fit perfectly. I just have to do it. Next, I stitched the Mary Moo on 14 count black Aida that I got from Hobby Lobby, because this was totally on a whim. And I did not do the surrounding round about stitching. I'm just going to go ahead and use the, I'm going to use more black Aida, and I'm just going to make it into like a rectangular pillow. And then I'll probably have some jute and a little bow, and that's how I'm going to finish her. I don't know if I'm going to stitch any more from these. I really liked the cow. I think the rest of them are cute, But I've got so many other charts that I want to stitch, so she's going to be the only animal that I stitch from that. So, and I feel like they're a little bit repetitive, so I don't feel like I need like all of them. Like I just really love the cow. So that is my stitching with the Housewives, Jolly Housewives stitching. I was surprised. I thought a lot more people were going to participate in Jolly Housewives, and I didn't see many people participating, but I had a great time. Also, I did a little experiment on Instagram where I made a reel and then I posted a picture, and they both had the same like picture at the beginning of it, but cross stitchers do not really participate in reels. And so I barely had any views or any traction on Instagram with my reel because it was with the cross stitch community, but my picture was very popular. I had a ton of engagement. So I thought that was really interesting because different communities have different engagement. Instagram will tell you reels, 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 because that's where they want you to push forward. But you need to know like who your audience is. Cross stitchers don't really care for reels. They want to see pictures, and that's totally cool. Like, I'm here for it. That's way easier. I like it better. Crocheters, knitters, they love reels. And if you post a picture, it's like, okay, girl, living in the past. But so I thought that was interesting. I wanted to follow up with you. If you saw me post that I was posting them back to back as like an experiment. Well, now you know. Anywho's. So, I think I shared with, I don't remember, but I thought, well, why not? I finished the Prairie Schooler from 2022. This is also on Coffee Joblin. I don't remember if I shared this with you or not, but I thought, well, what's the harm in showing it one more time? I did not fully finish anything this December, and that's okay. You know, things like, I don't even know if you can hear it in the background, but like I used to stress out, oh no, people can hear my kids or whatever. And now that they're almost like out of like the super kid age, it's like, why were you stressing? Like, it didn't matter, you know? So, I also got a hair to dye some fabric. Like I literally just bought this at Walmart. I was like, I want to dye something. And so I dyed this in the tan, and I double dipped it in tan. And I like the modeling that I got out of it. I didn't iron it, but I think it's pretty. So I don't know what I'm going to stitch on this, but it's big enough to where I can stitch whatever I want. I think it'll be really pretty on like one of my Little House Needleworks patterns that I have, or Country Cottage Needleworks patterns. I think this would be perfect for it. So I'm going to keep that out so it's visible because I want to use that soon. My next finish, I don't believe I showed this on my channel at all. I think that I finished it into where like I didn't record for a while. So again, if I have shown this, like I apologize, but again, I love seeing cross stitch. So this is the Farmhouse Christmas Grandpa's Pickup. Oh, sideways. I don't remember. This is on the same Coffee Joblin. Love, love, love. So this is with all the called for specialty threads, overdyed threads. Oh yeah, so, and this is, I'm sure you've seen this. This is one of the first charts I bought when I got back into cross stitch in Greeley, Colorado. So yeah, I love that. So I did that one this year, and then finally I've got the Brianna Designs Christmas Hare. I finished this yesterday. So this is stitched with the called for Sea Lily linen, 32 count. It's by Witchell. This is a 9x13 piece using all the called for DMC. I think this is so cute. I can't wait to fully finish this. This will look so good in my room that I have my tree. I have an unconventional tree where it's for my girls. It's flocked and it has like all of these glittery, cute ornaments. It's so girly, and it's like unicorns and a hippo ballerina. It's so cute. So I think this will go really cute because I like to incorporate more things like this for Christmas. I have a very traditional tree that usually goes in my front room, and then I have like all my traditional Christmas stuff, and then I've got I want to start getting more stuff like this because I love it. But I love the detail. Oh, I've got a boo-boo. No, it's okay, baby. Right here. I did not do something that I was supposed to do right there. Do you see that? So I'll have to rip that out and restitch that piece of it. It's just that one. I've never had that happen before. Well, I've never done that before. It wasn't something that happened to me. I did it. So anyway, I'm glad I saw that so I can fix that. So if you did participate in the Christmas Hare giveaway, I have the chart and I've got all of my remaining DMC, which I do believe very strongly that you will be able to stitch this with all of the remaining DMC. I'm going to have to pull a little bit more of that one color out, but you don't use it much. Anywho, so if you would like to know who the winner is, Sharon Hendricks, Christmas Hare. So Sharon, if you would go ahead and comment, reply to your comment, not reply to your comment, if you would go ahead and comment down below, I'll send you my email and then I will get this out to you ASAP. My goal is you comment, I ship it. I want it to you so that way you can have it. I'm sorry you don't have it for this Christmas season, but you will have it for next Christmas season. So Sharon, go ahead and get in contact with me and I will send you my email and we'll get this out to you. So congratulations, Sharon. I hope you don't mind my skater girl writing in high school. I went through a phase where I wrote in all capitals and I wanted to be like, you know, skater girl. And so that writing is here to stay for the rest of my life. Hope you can read that. Anywho, so congratulations. So Christmas Hare, this was a really fun stitch. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did because I loved it. I think it's so cute. So there you go. So those are all of my finishes. I had a lot of finishes. I'm very pleased. Like considering the month that I had, like I was just like, it was great. So I did stitching and I did some design work. So I'm going to keep this here so that way Sharon stays with all of my things. So those are my finishes. I wanted to share 2 pieces of haul. I've got haul coming. Hi Fiona, good morning. I'm recording a Flosstube.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate you. So go ahead and read for a little bit and then I won't be much longer, okay?
Okay.
So I don't know. I wanted these and so I got them and it was, you know, 'tis the season. So I got this Dimensions kit from 1997. It's called 3 Bird Watchers and I love it. Like I love cats, okay? They're my favorite animal, like all cats, domestic to lions and tigers. And I have this like running joke with my husband that I'm the country cat lady. We've got barn cats and they, you know, they take care of the mice and all the surrounding vermin. And I just love them and my kids love them. And it's like, you know, people have their dogs and I've got my cats. So I thought this was so adorable and yeah. And I'm just going to fully embrace it. Like as I get older, like I'm fine. You know, people have small dogs and I'll have my cats, but I don't have inside animals. I've got a lot of animals, but I do not want them inside my house. It's just not for me. Not for me. So anywho, so it's never been opened, fully kitted, and I don't know when I'm going to start this, but I just loved it. So yeah. So I got that, and then I also, I loved this. I got this wolf. You know, we moved to Oklahoma because of the freedom that Oklahoma has, not because of the weather, and I miss the snow. Gosh, we all miss the snow so much. So this Arctic blast, like we were thriving. It is our weather, and I just wanted to, I saw this and I was like, I really want to stitch that. My daughter loves wolves too. She loves wolves and wolf art, and she loved this. And so she got a diamond art kit for her birthday, and it's wolf related. So I just thought of this, and it's snow, and it makes me think of my daughter Fiona. So yeah, so that is called Wolf. It is on 18 count Aida, 18 count white Aida. And these are all the colors that go with it. So that is what I got. I have a couple things coming in the mail. And so next, what I also wanted to share with you, I'm 20 minutes in, so I wanted to share with you not like all of my 2023 plans, because I made a video about that and I did a whip go and all these things. Doesn't fit my personality, not at all. And I tried. I'm like, I can be that girl. No, I can't. Okay, like I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm fairly certain, like I know this is a popular thing to say, but I really, really, really like I'm putting systems in place. I'm pretty sure like I'm a little hyperactive. Do you know what I'm saying? And so there are just things that impulsively, like I know that I have enough bandwidth to be regimented where I need to be regimented in like household chores, kids, homeschool, being a wife, being a, you know, and on all of these things. And so once like my focus is beyond that, and like for what I really want to consider work going into the future for 2023, making money from home, like there's things that like a whip go board, like I don't need to put that on myself. I just want to stitch what I want to stitch, and I stitch so much more when I don't put those kinds of rules on me. So I hope that makes sense. Like I feel like if you have like a super organized brain, like if that won't make sense to everybody, but like to me, like that makes my productivity is so much more in this area with more freedom versus like putting so many rules on myself. I have enough rules in my life. Like I don't want to put rules on my cross stitch. And anywho, so let me see, because I kind of have things everywhere. So the first thing that I want to stitch, like immediate radar, is I downloaded some free things from Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. There's the Stars and Stripes quilting. It's a free chart. I don't want to show it too much. So there's that one. And then a free chart from Lizzie Kate, Celebrate Spring, if you know that one. And then, so that was off of Lizzie Kate blog.blogspot.com. I think that came up on Pinterest. So Celebrate Spring, I want to do that one. I want to do Heart and Keys by Pinker and Pumpkin. Okay. And those are all free. And then, so if you like these charts, then go to, I'll have her link down below. I'm sure you know her. Like, everybody knows her. She's Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. And so if you know her on Instagram, then you know her on Blogspot. She's so generous with her free charts. I love these. I think they're adorable, and I want to stitch those. And then the next thing on my immediate radar is I found, did I not bring it over? I do this every time. Hold on a minute. If I didn't have my bottom in the video, then I wouldn't be recording. I had this whole bag ready to go. Okay, so I went ahead and I've got whips, but I'm gonna show you my whips that I wanna work on next. First, what I wanna do is I wanna show you like some of my immediate radar. So I have this in this bag. I love this bag. I made it, and it's just bringing me a lot of joy right now. So the first thing that I wanna do is I've had this kitted up since I lived in Greeley, Colorado, which is almost 4 years. And I've thought about like, I don't know, do I wanna stitch it? Like, does it really match my vibe? Yeah, it matches my vibe enough to where I want to stitch it. If I want to gift it, I can, or I can just keep it. I like it. It's springy, and I think it'll be sweet for the homeschool area. So again, I have it kitted. So I want to start this. This is going to be my New Year's Day start, because I have looked at it, and I've looked at it, and I'm just ready to stitch it. So I usually stitch things like in sections before like I stop and move on to something else. So I want to stitch the top border. And if I feel like if I'm really vibing with this piece, I'm going to go down to the tree. If I'm not vibing, then I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So there we go. So that's Bless Our Home by Cottage Needleworks. So that is my New Year's Day start. The next thing that I really want to work on in my immediate radar is this. This is by Sugar Stitches, and it's called Miss September in her Calendar Girl series. And again, you know, I homeschool. And so originally I was thinking about September and all of this stuff. And I thought, I want to have this in my homeschool area all year round. So I thought, well, I'm going to do something to where maybe I just continue this border all the way around. But then I don't know if that's gonna leave too much blank space here, but I could just bring the border down a little bit probably. So I could make this a continuous piece if I just do this border all the way around. And if I need to bring it down a clip, you know, like one of these things is a clip to me, and then maybe that would be fine. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably just stitch the inside and then go from there. Because really the only hang up is September. I just don't want it out in September, like just for September. I want it out all year round. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Because the other option that I have is I could just do this all the way around and then I wouldn't be confined to however many stitches are in this little section. So that is also a possibility. And I like that it's bold with the colors. Like I normally, like I'm not into that. And if I feel at the time like I want to change the primary colors, I can into something else. But I just love this. Like it has a cat, 1, 2, 3. My daughter is in kindergarten and I know she's going to be getting older. My daughter Jules is in kindergarten. I just think it's really sweet. And she's got red hair and I have this. I've had this kitted for a while. I have this kitted with 28 count mushroom lagana. So I want to get this going. I have to pick out the floss for that. But that is something that I would like to start in January. The next thing that I want to have stitched is, I did not stitch on these at all this year. But if you've been with me since the beginning, I was stitching up these Lizzie Kate January, and then I went into February, and then I stopped. But I bought the materials, I just didn't stitch them. Sorry, this isn't ironed. But how cute, right? And my hang up was I couldn't decide how I wanted to finish them. And, you know, I'm just going to finish them. And if I want to stitch another month series, then I can. But I like these. My daughter's learning the months. She's going into first grade. Let's have these out. Again, super cute for the homeschool room. And I have March and I have April already kitted. So I'm stitching these on 32 count ivory Jobelin. So I have March. These are the Lizzie Kate Lipids. And inside there's little, there's 3 buttons. So I already have it kitted, sitting in my stash with all the threads. So yesterday I was like, let's just do this. Like they're not that big. Yeah, they can be time consuming, but oh well. Then I have April already kitted with the threads and everything. And I've got, like I said, I've got a ton of fabric in here already purchased. I've already spent the money. So, in April, how cute. So, that I would like to stitch. I would like to go ahead, finish them, stitch them, and just get on with it. And I have it because I wasn't sure at the time. So I did January on this half. And so if I wanted to make it a pillow, then I could do a pillow on the back if I wanted to with the same fabric. Because y'all know I like doing that because I think it's cohesive. So I might do that. So I've got March and April that I want to stitch. And then my last new start that I have in here is Blackbird Designs. I went through my stuff last night and I saw what I already had kitted up and I was like, okay, girl, like get on with it. I was a fairly monogamous stitcher and this year, like I told you, like I don't need to put these rules on myself. If I want to stitch it, I'm going to stitch it. And if I have a ton of whips, I've already bought the material, so who cares? Like it's just sitting there unstitched in my pile anyway. Why don't I stitch it a little bit and just work on it? Because as long as I start it, the likelihood of me finishing it goes up substantially, exponentially even. So this is the Sewing Club book. And I'm going to show you what I have kitted to stitch, and then I'm going to show you what I really like. I fell in love with last night, even more so, and like it's hot, like I can't wait. So I've got to finish these so that as a reward, I can move on to my next thing because I already have this kitted. So in this book, I have the threads for Ripe Pear, Scissor Box, and Summer Flock. So I'll show that to you in just a minute. I have this kitted with 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. and I've got 2 9x13 pieces. So here's the colors, and then here's the DMCs. Very vintage spring. And let me show you what they look like if you are not familiar with them. What did I say? Right pair box? 30. So on page 30, I love this, and I want to finish it into the box. I'm going through this phase where like I'm really decluttering a lot of stuff. I just don't need all of these trinkets, but if they're handmade, like if I'm gonna have trinkets, I want them to be handmade. I don't need a bunch of this other stuff in my house all the time. And so then this one is called Summer Flocks. And I just love them. I think they're so sweet and charming, and I do like having these types of things in my home, but I want them to be handmade and like legacy pieces, things that I can pass down to my children, because I do have 2 girls. So, oh, the other thing I wanted to show you, I love this so very much on the front cover. I want that stitched. I want the box. Like, I need that in my life. It brings me, oh gosh, and this is so cute, these colors. Anyway, distracted. Where are you? I'm not a singer, but I catch myself singing a lot more lately. It's like, here you go, world. This is 34. What is it called? Here it is. It is called Willing Hands, on page 40 of the book. Isn't that just gorgeous? And it says, she works with willing hands and delight. And I love the colors. I just love it. And the house is big, but everything else, like I feel like I can have achievable goals with it. So when I finish these 2 projects, I get to kit and do that one. So that is what I have in this bag. Oh, but I have, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now in the middle of my video, because I need to start wrapping this up, is I did a save the stitches off eBay, and I got these Mill Hill, and they're gorgeous. I need to get her out of the bath. Okay, they're gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, so pretty. And yeah, I don't know what to do with them. So I thought about making them into magnets. Oh, I need to, but I want to give them to somebody who will be able to love them and do something else with them. So if you would comment down below with the keyword cheap sleep, then you will be in the running to win these 4 completed Mill Hill kits that are very beautiful and gorgeous. But I would like to gift them to somebody. So if you would like to participate, cheap sleep, in your comment down below, be subscribed, and I'll see you in my next Flosstube, which will be in January. I'm doing these at least monthly, so come back for these. So yeah, I love them, but they're just sitting in my stash, and I don't know what to do with them. And I love them, but I would really like to gift them to somebody. I saved the stitches, and now I'd like to gift them as well. So cheap sleep. So yes, so there is what I want to start. How much I will end up starting, I don't know. We'll find out in my next video, because who knows how crazy life gets. But the next thing, I'm almost done. I just want to touch on some whips that I need to work on. And one of those is my dragon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've got a fantasy dragon. I don't want to pull it out, but I need to work on my goal for this, for real, before my next Flosstube video is at least 1,000 stitches, generally for my daughter. So I've got to do that. Okay, this is probably a little crazy. I know a lot of people are seasonal stitchers, but I am just itching to work more on this Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. And I really want to do trick or treat. I'm trying not to show anything. So trick or treat, this one. And I've got it in this 14 count, I believe, Dirty Ada. I've already done the witch. Love her. And so I really would like to do everything in this book this year. So that way when I go to finish them, I can finish them all the same and then have them out. So I have everything kitted in here. So I would like to do that one. Very ambitious goals, but let's see. Oh, I really would also like to touch this one. This is, I would like to work on this at least a little bit. It's all wrinkled. Okay, now, do you know what pattern that is just by looking at that? It's the Bushel and a Peck by Not Forgotten Farm. Yeah, I'm stitching this on 36 count something. 36 count dove linen. So I'd like to touch this and put some stitches into that. And then finally what I really need to work on in January, which I think I'm going to be, once I hit my 1,000 stitches for my dragon, I'm going to work on this for a few days. And I'm going to set the house as my goal. This is Snow Garden. This is one that I originally, like, when I kitted, the colors did not have the blue, and I liked it at the time. It was like ghost colors, and now I've realized that I haven't finished it because I wish it had the blues and stuff like that, but that's not what I did. And I think moving forward, I don't know, maybe I can do the house and the peacock. Yeah, you know, I could if I wanted to. I could change it up to do the house and the peacock and the blue, or I could just keep going. But this is my progress. So my goal for this is to get the house done. Yeah. My goal is to, so after 1,000 stitches on the dragon, I want to work on this. I want to get the house done. After I get the house done, then I'm kind of free to pick up whatever I want. Also, I'm going to do my New Year start because I want to get that going. So, and that's being stitched on 28 count raw natural casual linen, Snow Garden by Blackbird Designs. Yeah, so that is in my immediate radar. Oh, I don't think I showed this. So also, I stitched all of the stitching on this Mill Hill kit, but I have to do the beads. I was really gung-ho. I was doing great progress on this, and then my routine changed and we went to Kansas City and I never came back to it. So I need to just do the beads on this Santa Claus. This is something else that I stitched in December. I love him. I just have to do the beads. And then this will be done. And this is called Down the Chimney by Mill Hill. So, yeah. So that is it, y'all. I have a lot of plans, a lot of things I like to do. And also, I'm going to be focusing a lot on my Etsy shop. And also our homeschool routine. And also, if you don't know, I write on a Substack. It's Educating Wildflowers on Substack. I'll leave a link down below, and I share all of the I share my political opinions and future ideas of where the future is going there. So if you'd be interested, you can follow me there. If you don't want to know, don't follow me there. But I'm just saying, so I'll have it down there, and I've got a lot of fun stuff coming out there that feeds my soul big time by writing and writing politically, because I keep my mouth shut most of the time. So, anywho's, I hope that you have had a wonderful Christmas. I hope that you have a wonderful New Year. I appreciate you spending some time with me. And I'm gonna go get my my kid out of the bathtub. She probably felt like she was playing in the pool by now. And I will share with you more next time. So congratulations, Sharon. Thanks for participating. And I can't wait to see who will be gifted those Mill Hills. And I can't wait to see what progress I have to report to you. Again, if you want to see where to follow me and all those different places that I mentioned today, just look down below in the description box, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.